questions to speak. Councillor Perruzza.
So I'm not going to, I know that there's some confusion still amongst the committee members, so I'm not going to endeavor to try to explain that, because that explanation itself will come clearer and clearer as we move forward. Suffice it to say that no hearts should be palpitating here today, because you're not blocking, holding, stopping anything from happening on that site by your activity and action here today. You're just moving forward in the regular tempo and the regular cycle of council. So you have in front of you a heritage report that is very thorough, it's very comprehensive, it's very reasonable, it has a lot of nice pictures attached to it, and the recommendations are subtle and should be supported. Nothing more than that. What these folks, what these good people are here to ask you today is this. What these good people are here today to ask you is this. Why are they here before the Planning Committee? Because, Mr. Chair and members of the committee, you are the Planning Committee of the City of Toronto. Behind you sit the chief planner and all of the senior planners in the City of Toronto. These are the good folks who think about how lands are used in the City of Toronto, right across the city. That's why these folks are here. What they're here to tell you is that this site is important to them, has been historically important to them for 70+ years. This site has been accessible by the public. First as a high school, St. Basil the Great College School, later as a community center for another 25 years. The public has been going to and fro. It is a beautiful site. And you, as the planning authority and the planning decision makers in the City of Toronto, are going to be asked eventually. Shepherd Avenue stops up at this site. When you come to the site, what you encounter is a 2-story brick building that's sunken 1 floor down into the ground with a beautiful vista into the ravine. It is a gorgeous site with an incredible amount of heritage and environmental value. And it has been accessible to the community and to Torontonians for 70+ years. What do they want to do? You've heard all of the compelling stories about the last couple of decades, the Marian Shrine of Gratitude, which, I might add, is a site below top of bank in the provincially regulated floodlands. For 2 decades, thousands and thousands of people have been attending the site, improving the site. Since the first miracle from Father Basil, since that first miracle, 2 decades worth of people going there to do what? Hope, ask, pray, and thank. That's all they want to continue to do, because that's what they believe in. And they are asking you, as the planning authority of the city, please be mindful of that. They're asking the chief planner, please be mindful of that. What we want to continue to have here is access as you think about what happens here going forward. What we want you to think about is the history and the heritage and the vista and all of those other things as you plan and you go forward with this site. As you think about the value of this land at the center of this community. Not just for the community members, but for all Torontonians. That's what they're here to ask you to do. Please keep it top of mind, because it is a site that is important to them. They are not asking for anything that's unusual. They are asking eventually that you be their champions in helping them reestablish the Marian Shrine of Gratitude on provincially regulated floodplain lands well below top of bank. a site that they believe, we believe, have been the site of many a miracle. And hopefully you'll help us conclude another miracle in doing just that.
Thank you very much, Councillor Perruzza. Now, folks, I'm going to teach you another rule. There's another rule I'm going to teach you. So if you applaud or boo, that's considered to be you trying to influence our decision-making. And you know, Councillor Perruzza can influence this all by himself. Okay? So I'm going to ask you, when we're debating, to please hold that back. Okay? Thank you very much. Next to speak is Councillor Nunziata.
Okay, make it quick because I think everybody wants to go home. First of all, I'm going to move the recommendation, okay, that we have in the report, because I believe that that's what the community wants and they're very happy with those recommendations, correct? All right, good. So I want to thank the community and the deputations that were made today, and the stories and the miracles. You know, when I was listening to the stories, reminds me of Our Lady of Fatima, the movie Our Lady of Fatima. You know, where thousands of people came up in the mountain to pray. You know, so I want to thank everyone for taking the time to come out here and talk about their personal experience. And, you know, over the years, attending the shrine and praying, which is very important because I in particular is a good Catholic. I go to church every week. I read at church, so I understand the prayers and I understand how you feel. So I'll move the recommendation and let's just move on. And I want to thank everyone for being here.
Thank you. Any questions of the mover? No? Does anyone else wish to speak? No? Is there a member asking for a recorded vote? Okay. So we'll have a recorded vote. All those in favor? Councillor Myers, Councillor Perks, Councillor Nunziata, Councillor Crisanti. So that's unanimous. Okay. That concludes our business. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Toronto Public Service. Thank you to the clerks.